Would you agree that the Citizenship Clause sets forth two requirements for citizenship? First, that a person must be born or naturalized in the United States, and second, that the person must be, quote, subject to the jurisdiction thereof.
That's clear from the face of the amendment.
And is it fair to say that the current debate over the birthright citizenship centers on the meaning of the second phrase?
That's right, subject to the jurisdiction thereof.
When the amendment was adopted in 1868, was the phrase subject to the jurisdiction thereof understood to require allegiance in a reciprocal sense?
It certainly was understood to require that by those who authored the phrase and those who supported it in the United States Congress.
So it was understood that way by legislators, by judges, by scholars, by executive branch officials, by those who proposed the amendment, and by those who ratified it.
And subsequently by the Supreme Court in the Elk case.
Mr. Cooper, was this also the understanding of the authors of the 14th Amendment, men like Lyman Trumbull, Jacob Howard, and John Bingham?
Yes.
And as you noted again, there was the same understanding reflected across the board in the early decision of the courts, such as the slaughterhouse cases, Elk versus Wilkins and Wom King Ark. In also the leading commentators of the period, like Alexander Morse, Francis Wharton, and George Collins, and the view of executive officials responsible for enforcing the law, including the Attorney General of the United States in 1873 and the Solicitor of the Treasury in 1889.
The consistency was remarkable, yes.
So would it be accurate to say that the view espoused by my Democrat colleagues that the 14th Amendment confers citizenship on anyone born on this land, whether here lawfully or unlawfully, temporarily or permanently, regardless of whether they owe allegiance to the United States, is a relatively recent view and directly contrary to the almost universal view at the time the amendment was ratified?
It's not at all clear to me when that view took root. The United States, in its brief to the Supreme Court, suggests during the administration of FDR, but it is certainly inconsistent with most everything that preceded it, everything except, I would say, the dicta in 1 Kim Ark, the incorrect dicta.